Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome everybody to this daily update of the situation with Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, everything which is related to the space. So what we're having now is that Bitcoin is basically in the same channel which we had pretty much for like 2 days from now when we return after the drop, and still we are like heading to this probably this area. But what is interesting now is that you can see probably from this point that the overall volume is going down. In fact, at the moment I'm recording this video, it is still evening of Sunday in United States, so it's pretty much a lot of the trading activity, quite thin market right now, right? And it's still a chance that we will break through the whole thin market right here to some new level. So we'll either break below the resistance, maybe both resistances, or support, but so far it looks pretty much boring. However, in general, when we see such decrease in the volume, for example right here, you see what was the decrease, we dropped, we saw the decrease over there, we dropped, and so on. And I would not want to draw it now, but basically if you'll make a Bollinger Bands, I believe there should be some narrowing area of the Bollinger Bands around here, indicating that we are about to break one way or another. Another thing which I was going to mention within this particular price action is that if we'll look, let's say if we look at the daily chart, it's even better. Then we will see that currently we are correcting quite of the movement. Let's go to the v.5. So we are correcting the downwards, strong downwards movement, and in principle it's not that a big correction, and it can be treated as either the start precursor of the bigger correction and reversal to, like, if we'll make it symmetric like this. So it means that very soon we need to go like up to this point, maybe within a couple of weeks, and that would be very like indicative that we are still, well, already still from this point in the uptrend, and the whole bearish scenario over there would be cancelled. That would be awesome. But on the other hand, we still may not perform that, and in fact somewhere around here, or even here, we still had a fair chance to go down, and this red candle makes us think that with this momentum is still there, and the sellers are really strong, and there is no buyers basically in the market, although we had some bounces at the levels when we tried to push it lower. But what I was going to stress here is that as soon as we are in this prolonged bear market right here, we may think of the technical analysis from different standpoints, and there is such a theory as Elliot wave theory, and you may look in different sources, but main principle of that is there's like a main trend, and now we're looking at the downtrend. That's why I'm looking at this picture. So we have 5 waves of the downtrend or the main trend, and the correction trend with 3 waves. So it's called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and ABC waves for the correction. And if we'll follow this, it's quite like controversial theory, but a lot of traders like that. And if we are expecting this to be real, then it's question at which point we are at this trend. Since globally we are in the downtrend, I think that was the like major falling pattern over here. So probably it was like from the maximum to like February, then correction, and then this was probably the epi period until now. And well, actually, you can, again, this is very artistic indicator, so you may think like this is the wave 1 or something like that, but definitely this huge wave is either the major trend of the Elliot wave, so either the 1 or actually maybe 2. Sorry, 2, the correction, so maybe even 3, because 3 wave is the biggest one, and we may expect this to correct to the as the wave 4 as we see it right now. So that might be 3-4 wave, and if so, then we must see the wave 5 after that. And of course that may take longer, may be a sideways for a while, and then we'll see 5, which is lower than the previous minimum, which basically pretty much follows our previous concerns and expectations in the terms of the price. Finally, we will see the correction, and when we will see this one, then it will most likely to be break the trend, and since the final point probably would be the bottom, then this may lead to the new uptrend for like next month and something like that. Also, I must say that a lot of people are mentioning that, you see, from this point it took like 2-3 months us to go to the new all-time high, but guys, it was preceded by prolonged bull market when we were growing for, I don't know, a year and a half or something like that, and we can't do the same thing with just after the such a long bear market. We need to have time to reverse the momentum. So summarizing the idea about the Elliot waves theory, we probably would have to see some more leg down, one more leg down after this correction, unless we will see the strong reversal within a couple of weeks. One of the main rules in trading in general, that you shouldn't hurry unless you're doing like scalping, and this is very risky, especially on the cryptocurrencies market. So it is up to you, but I would say look at the major patterns, look at what the trend tells you, look at the volume, what is happening right now and what will happen during the sudden change of the price, and you will be pretty much safer than you would be doing some sharp move, some really uncertain tradings. That is probably it for today. I don't want to keep you that long, but the only one thing which I was going to add in the end is that we would like to keep in mind, it's better to keep in mind that at the moment, since the capitalization of the market is like 100, a little bit more than $100 billion, and basically the volume is like daily volume is like, you see, 5, then probably it's 5 billion, right? It's actually easy to move the price up or down when you have like some few dozens of $1 million. It's very easy to move the price up or down for like quite a lot, and the whole idea of the manipulation on in the price is that if you have, for example, the short position on futures or whatever you have, and then on the other hand you have the position in the spot exchange, you can actually decrease the price, manipulate the price, so it initiate the drop, and then eventually you will get the profit on your short position, and you actually may even buy your spot position lower than you had before, so you will have a double profit in that way. Of course, it will work only if you have huge amounts of funds. So you and I, we can't do the same thing, but this is really possible, especially on such a thin market. So this could be considered as the reason why the drop was so sudden, why it's actually possible to happen, because again the volume was very low and people who were collecting Bitcoin somewhere around here, they just sold it and took a short and before that and get profit, and they can do the same thing again. Don't forget that we have all our institutional investors, custodial services agencies, custodial service agencies who want to have their Bitcoin cheap, and the lower they push the price, the happier they will be, because eventually it still will go up. This is their strong belief, and if you're not agree with that, then I don't know what you're doing in this market, because fighting against the trend is the last thing you would want to do in trading. Okay, that is really it for today. I hope it was interesting and useful for you. If it was, please leave a like and a comment, follow the channel, and I hope to see you tomorrow in the next update. Safe trading, goodbye.